Most people think intelligence is the key to success. Kevin Samuels disagrees. In this conversation, he exposes why some highly educated people stay stuck while others move ahead. The difference isn't intelligence, it's clarity.
Ms. Blackwell, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 29.
All right. So you want to change the narrative, change our mind. What's the misunderstanding that men have about dating women today? Or what do men need to do, improve, or do better in relationships? Those are all your options, or you can ask a question.
Okay. To start, I would say, in my microcosm of experience, often young men are not emotionally intelligent. I think that's due to emotions being like negatively correlated with women. But in the successful relationships I've had, it's been with men of my age, a few years older, who are very self-aware, emotionally intelligent, able to challenge a lot of the rhetoric we hear surrounding like relationships, just general relationships amongst
Do me a favor.
communities.
Do me a favor.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You ladies tend to talk in streams of consciousness, and we men are very simple creatures. Can you make it real simple?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make it real simple and real short? Because I'm losing the plot.
Absolutely. So I would say for modern men dating modern women, there can be a disparity between maturity.
Okay. Maturity. How are you evaluating maturity?
Professionalism, relationships with your peers, communication skills.
Now, due respect. What does professionalism and maturity have to do with anything? You can be mature and not be a professional. So I need you ladies to understand. A lot of times you're coming in saying stuff, and I get it. You're trying to translate your feelings into words, but it's not making sense. When you say maturity, give me an example of lacking a situation that lack maturity or need improved maturity. Give me an example. How about that? Let's try it that way.
Okay, so I would say lacking maturity. An example would be not researching some of the claims in which you're digesting in your content. That would be indicative of lacking maturity.
Okay, so just I want to be clear. We're talking about how men need to be better in relationships, and you say researching claims about things I make in my videos?
Correct. That is what I'm saying. I think that the inability to have the intelligence to do that is indicative of being immature.
This is where I start to get a little frustrated, because a relationship is between you and a man.
Okay? Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that ain't got shit to do with my videos or the claims I made.
Well, that was an example of what immaturity could look like.
I don't understand how those two things line up. But I'm willing to have the conversation. Because what it sounds to me, though, is just like, well, a guy who would listen to you and not research the claims you make lack maturity.
Well, that's an example of lacking maturity, is not being a critical thinker. That's immature.
Are you in a relationship?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been in it?
Oh, September 2021.
Okay, ma'am. People watch a plethora of things, and you don't have time to research. Okay, okay. What do you think about the men who watch my content? Do you think they're critical thinkers?
I think some of them are. I think it's difficult to say.
What percentage of what percentage of the men who watch my content do you think are critical thinkers?
I couldn't speculate on that because I don't know the numbers or the demographics of the people who consume your content.
Okay. I'm not trying to play gotcha, but you're not making maturity is patience, ability to understand that you don't necessarily need to rush into something. You need to do a little bit, but what does that have to do with somebody watching my content, how they behave in a relationship? And here's what I'm trying to demonstrate to you guys is how modern women have so much lost who we are as men. You don't even know how to talk to me, man. as a man. You're just verbally vomiting, and all the men in the chat room are like, "What is she talking about?" We aren't all wrong. If you can't communicate what's on your mind, is that a problem with the men, or is that a problem with women like yourself?
I think I've been able to fully communicate what's on my mind.
Okay, I'm going to go in the comment section. Okay, to all the men in the comment section. Okay, to the men in the comment section. This is members only, by the way. If you're a man and you're in the comment section and you clearly understand what this woman is saying, type 68. If you have no clue what she's talking about, or you somewhat confused, type 25. I'm going to look at the 68s are the guys who understand, and the 25s are the guys who are as clear as mud. Okay, that's what we're going to look at. I'm going to create a poll. So go ahead. You were saying, what are some other things that we can do?
This is a speculation for having this conversation. What are other things men can do? I mean, I think it's individual to the man. I don't think you can necessarily umbrella all men under one expectation or one categorization.
Why do you ladies believe that? Why do modern women believe that you can't make generalizations? Because I get so tired of hearing women saying, well, you can't put everyone under. Yes, you can. It's called a generalization. And that is what intelligent people do. Okay, ma'am. I'm going to show you what I'm going to.
Oh, I can see it. I'm here on your YouTube.
Okay, so I have yet to see a 68. Okay. I have yet to see a 68.
Okay.
Okay, so just by being a rational person, you're not communicating clearly. It has nothing to do with us as the men. So that's all I'm trying to get you ladies to understand, that it's not always on the men. Well, go ahead.
Well, I
asked about generalizations because you said, well, we can't classify or bottom line is, why is it today that so many people don't want to make generalizations?
It's really difficult to answer these vague questions.
Well, you said, well, you can't put all men under one umbrella. What does that mean?
Because I mean, based on what I viewed in your content, I don't know the majority. I don't know in my own circle the men you're talking about. I don't know in my own circle the women you're constantly talking about. So when I'm viewing this, I'm not really sure where these people are and where they exist.
So I want to be clear. Based upon my content, you don't see that in your circles?
Correct.
Okay, that's fair. But my content is with the public. Women of all races, of all ages, and there is a through line. So, just do you accept that? Please don't worry about the comment section. Talk to me.
I'm sorry, I was reviewing that. Do I accept that? Okay, yes, your audience is the public.
Not my audience, ma'am. Not my audience. French toast, not the audience. See, now we're about to get into a problem. We're going to have a problem. I don't even pay attention to the comment section. You need to have the conversation because you're not doing too well communicating with me. And I'm doing my best to have a conversation with you. Now I'm about to lose my patience. I accept that your anecdotal circle may be different, but the content I do is with the public. It's not just my audience. What about the women that call in? That's the content, not the commenters.
Correct. And often I feel like I only see two extremes in the women who call in.
Which are?
So you either have a highly educated woman in her late 30s or early 40s, or you have a very young woman who's making less than $50,000 a year.
74%
and you
of
only
black
hear
women
from these sides.
74% of black women make less than $50,000 a year. It's 3 and
I'm
4.
aware of that statistic.
So, ma'am, due
Yeah.
respect, I don't get. Okay, how much of my content have you watched?
Not all of it for sure.
So you've seen women, either educated women or young women making less than, ma'am. This is where I'm gonna ask. I'm going to open up a question to the audience. Move you to the side, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. Do you think education has made women better or worse? I personally think education has made most. The comment section.
I'm sorry. I mean, are we back here? Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
what I'm about to do is I'm about to make the show about you, and I'm trying to really have the conversation. So I wish you would turn off the comment section so we can talk.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
Absolutely. I would love to have this
because
talk. I would.
Can you do that until you're off, until we're done talking? Can you avoid looking at the comment section? You say that
Yes,
you've
I've
seen
already
two
agreed to
extremes.
that.
You've only seen two extremes. Well, let me ask you, which one of those
Right, the
extremes,
majority of them are the
which,
two extremes.
which one of those two extremes that you say you saw, which one would make a good wife for the average man?
Which one would make a good wife for the average man? The average man, what is making $40,000 a year, correct?
Whatever you define them as average.
Okay, but just based on
Which one of the two extremes?
on your guidance or your insight.
If the women you've seen on my show are a sampling of the women out there, you say you've seen two extremes, which one of any of the women that have called in of the two extremes would be a good wife for a man, average man, whatever, pick whatever. Which of these women would be good wives?
A young partner earning less than 50,000, or an older partner, making, let's say, 6 figures. I would say definitely the 6 figures partner.
The 6-figure partner. So a woman making 6 figures would be a good partner for her. What percentage of women make over 6 figures?
For the average man.
Yeah. So for an average man, a good wife would be a woman making 6 figures.
Absolutely, because the average man only makes 40,000.
You couldn't make this stuff up.
You can't make this stuff up. Why would a woman making 6 figures be a good partner for a man, for an average man?
Well, so I live in Maryland, where I'd say the average house costs $450,000. I don't think you're coming close to affording that on a combined income of $90,000.
Right.
You're not even able to purchase a home.
Okay, ma'am, that's nice, but let's get on down to the road. What percentage of women in this country make over? What percentage of Black women make over $75,000?
I know it's a marginal percent.
Marginal.
9. Is that what you quoted? Is it 9?
So
I have to look it up.
9. If you're ever on a date with a woman like that, especially if it's a blind date or it's a setup, leave. The sex is not even worth it. It's not. Just leave. Leave. Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Leave. She really, Why not let her go on for so long? Because she fits what I would consider to be the attorney archetype. A woman who thinks because she has a degree and a library card that she's smart. Here's the funny thing. Let me show you guys something. This is what she's doing. She's worried about what you guys are saying about her in the comment section. This is the modern woman. This is it. Social media and the opinions of people that they don't know. This is why I get so many, when I try to let women know that women care more about the opinions of other random opinions than men. How many times did I ask her, man, focus on the conversation we're having. Make it simple. And unfortunately, it's not much different in the dating world. Women like her are walking around out here dating, and they're playing characters. You don't know who that person was. You might as well have written a script for her. And it's sad because Men are getting the bad rap for not being in long-term relationships. But how do you be in a relationship like that? She still, guys, she really cares. You're like, what are they writing? So I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. You got your 3 minutes? Did you get your 3 minutes of fame?
I'll make you famous.
Hey. Did you get it?
I'll make you famous.
Oh my gosh. My gosh. That was painful. I'm sorry. I need to reset my brain after that one. No, actually, I take that back. That wasn't the attorney. I misspoke. That was the psychologist or psychiatrist. That's what that was. The attorney is much more boisterous. This one is the one that, library teacher with a library card. Man, I'm sorry. You did it to yourself, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Candy. Tastes like candy.
This conversation wasn't really about dating. That's the part most people miss. The caller started by saying modern men need more emotional intelligence and maturity. Fair enough. But when Kevin asked her to explain exactly what she meant, everything started falling apart. Notice what happened. Every time he asked for a simple example, the answer became more complicated. Every time he asked for clarity, he got more abstract language. And that's the real lesson. A lot of people confuse sounding intelligent with being effective. In life, business, and relationships, nobody gives you points for using complicated words if nobody understands your point. The men watching this should pay attention because this mistake isn't limited to women. Men do it too. Some guys think being the smartest person in the room automatically makes them valuable. It doesn't. If you can't communicate your ideas clearly, lead people, solve problems, and get results, your intelligence has limited value. The strongest moment in this conversation was when Kevin kept bringing her back to one thing. Give me a clear example. Simple question, and somehow it became a complicated answer. Successful men learn the opposite skill. They take complex ideas and make them simple. They don't over-explain. They don't hide behind buzzwords. They get straight to the point. That's why the hidden lesson here isn't about dating. It's about effectiveness. Because intelligence can open doors, but clarity is what gets people to follow you through them.